collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress because somebody's in the thoughts. They're in the feelings. So deep in the feelings. So much anxiety. They don't know what's going through me. They could miss you. Someone is thinking about you deeply. Those memories, it's replaying wildly in their mind, in their heart. They haven't had that feeling. It's moving on. They can see it's that polish, forging stronger bonds. That's through mutual polishing. That's when you connect, identify, release, heal. Those emotions get awoken, connect back to the heart, because that's when you're feeling heartbroken. Without your love, they are broken. Because you could have had enough, they are broken. Now they don't know what to say. They never felt this way. This could be this Page of Cups, all up in the feelings. Now they can see those emotions are releasing. That's that triggering. You know, you think like you're a kid again. Like a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Sometimes they really felt like there was a kid again. They could have put you in a third party situation. All of a sudden now they can see what they was possessing. Now they possess heartache, hurt and pain. Looking at you, feeling that heartache through the rain, because it's raining out here in these streets. Oop, let's just clear the energy and clear the air before we get right up into this. 1, 2, 3, turn it on down. And we're just clearing energies so they could be clearing and releasing, because we're burning frankincense and myrrh right about out now. To let go of any heartache, hurt and pain, those energies that's no longer needed. That's where you can see this could be this Emperor. They're connecting to their heart, structures, foundations, making sure it's firm. That's when you have to routine check, get that root that needs to get checked. That's when you're looking about your foundations, your structures, your work, who was caring, nurturing, providing. You start connecting to that Cancer energy and start listening. Fire signs, that passion when you're being creative, that willpower, that strength, that tenacity to listen, to use your intuitions, connect to the heart. You can see those habits. That's where you have to look at your security in those structures. Take this all as it resonates. You could be this Emperor. They could be connecting that Ankh, that cross, connecting those dots, because you can see that 8 of Swords, truth to be told. When people was dominating, stressing, blocking that mind, that's when you can see what you was possessing or you inherited. Stress, or because when you was running, was you speaking that truth? Or was you idealistic and being vindictive? Did you have to protect yourself from this Emperor? 4 of Pentacles, because they was holding on for money. They was running towards lust and greed, holding on to assets, because they was seeing people, someone could have been dominating over them, a feminine, over that masculine, blocking them, trapping their mind, all because of money, resources. They won't listen to that spirit connecting. You can see 3 of Pentacles, even back that was creating a child. Take this all as it resonates. 12 layers on a karmic cycle, looking for money, lust and greed. They was being the fool, running towards lust and greed, not listening to that spirit. That's when you go through that spiritual transformation and you go through a dark night of the soul, and the realization starts hitting you. You're feeling like you're trapped in your heart, trapped in your mind. Because when you look back to 3, about the choices that you made, 2, who was you providing to, 3, those lovers, you can see he was on a karmic cycle, illusions. They was blocking for illusions. They was spiritually, mentally, emotionally blocked. The 10 of Pentacles, they could see they must have been looking for that 10 of Pentacles. 14, now they may be looking back towards you. See you as a part of that 10 of Pentacles. They was running for that 10 of Pentacles. Now they can see this 4 of Pentacles, this home, the stability, Page of Cups. They was holding on for money, lust and greed, holding on to their emotions. The Hierophant, now you're gaining higher wisdom. They was being a fool, not listening to that spirit. Take it to the bottom, to the top. Because they could see that Queen of Swords. 3 of Pentacles, they was working with this Queen of Swords. They could have been paid to do spell work, because of these illusions, to be able to block people's minds so you didn't have that higher clarity. This could be somebody across seas, different religions, backgrounds. You can see now you're seeking information. Who was blocking you, dominating, even though you're masculine. 4 of Pentacles that was to be able to secure. You can see some money, property, assets, a feminine energy, blocking, all for lust and greed. Hierophant, you gain this higher wisdom about this Three of Pentacles, this Page of Cups, the World. You can see that was to stop you, block you, your creative skills. You was this High Priestess. They was trying to block you. Queen of Swords was trying to block you. Page of Wands, because they was running for lust and greed. They wasn't listening. They was trying to use that willpower and strength. They thought they was being creative. Then they was trying to block you. Take this orders that resonates. Now they're missing you. This could be this Emperor. They was being a fool. Now they're listening to that spirit. That's why I tried. Cannot lose. That's why I tried. Now they can say that bitch was trying to making these moves. That's why I tried. But you can't lose, because you knew you was a part of that High Priestess. You were that queen. They was being a fool. They weren't listening. They could see they wanted to go towards these new beginnings now, because they had attachment issues, or because there was flight and detached insecurities from childhood. They had instability, lack structures, no secure foundations. They wasn't connected to their emotions, trusting their gut feelings. You can see what was rooted in front side of them. They could have said attachment issues from father or childhood. My father wasn't there, text me back, so they ate a sword, so they didn't know how to speak, communicate effectively, or spiritually blocked, mentally blocked, or because their mindset, they wasn't using that intelligence the way I use and able to. Scorpio, they could see that self-reliant, glamour rising. They could see that masculine. They was just showing so people in public and knew what was rooted inside of them, because about the ventures and their structures and how people see them, their career. They was like that status in the world. They was too busy running for that status in the world. Text me back, running for lust and greed, leaving you on red, putting you on that karmic cycle, causing you stress and confusions, making you feel like you're in your mind, so you're in that lack mindset, so you're worrying. Then you have to look, because they have these hidden secrets. Why? Because who they had these limiting lies, but they was lying, how they was putting themselves out there in public, because they was running for money, lust and greed, hiding on that karmic cycle. You had to let these go, because you see, you had to see it from a different perspective. Maybe because their mindset, they didn't even know how to communicate what they was trying to be able to secure, because they was being a fool. No more excuses. You outgrown your old reasons. You are ready for real changes. Your next chapter begins with that honesty. So they need to be able to become to be honest about these illusions, about who they was lying. You have to accept the shit you can't change, that they were spiritually blocked. They could see that they was gambling, taking risks, all because they was in that childlike spirit, not listening, setbacks too clearly. So they could see that to step back, to get a distance, to have a look, because they could see there was being that fool who was dominating. What was you running to be able to obtain? Was you listening to that spirit, or was you spiritually blocked? Did they respect you? Was they listening to that heart, that foundation? Because now you have to seek information, because it's that distance brings inner standing for you to be able to see things differently. Even from afar, you got that clarity. You seen it was clear, that air, things when it's returning, the sterns, even the people speaking, listening, you can see it was passive shade, that Page of Cups, because they was not connecting to the heart. And they was glamoring you, your divine feminine, your masculine, because this Queen of Swords. They were speaking. They could see that action that they was taking. You was creative, speaking. You went towards that fall, took your leap towards your new beginnings, your structures. You had firm structures connected to your heart. Not again. The same drama returns. You try because it's familiar. This time you see it clearly that they was lying, blocking. Their energy never lies. About that Three of Pentacles, when people are projecting energy towards you, you're feeling it. Even when they're communicating, speaking these lies, family, friends, when they've got the choices. Even when you feel that shift, and you can see the dynamics, the reasons. Who was you providing with? Who was you bringing involved? Who was spiritually blocking? Who had that respect and dignity? And who, and seeing when you've got these cultures and you cross seas and you inherit skills, but you've got wisdom, understanding to be able to listen, because you already know when you connect into that divine. People was jealous of you. You was upgrading your life. They was passing shade because you already knew you was moving forward. You had to be that forward. Listen to your spirit. Connect to the heart. End karmic cycles when people was trying to block you, family members as friends. Because you seeing it was that aligning with your truth. With that encompassing, standing in your truth, looking back to the systematic approaches, stability. You was stable, you connected, you was protected by that divine, you was shielded, you had that strength, the willpower to keep on moving forward, to stand in your creative skills. Now they're in their late night feelings 3, all up in the mind. Oh, you already know. about this Page of Wands, that they was like a child, in that childlike spirit, moving like Peter Pan, not spiritually connected. You already knew. They was impulsive. They set you up with the karmic, so they could have set you up with that karmic and lied on you. That karmic could have lied, tried to block you, do spell work on you, paid money. So you weren't at that understanding because of your creative skills, so you weren't able to move. You had to accept shit. It was about your money, so you couldn't have that mindset. So you were stressed and you wasn't communicating, like you didn't have that creative skill. Like you wasn't able to use your solar plexus and trust your gut feelings. Like you didn't have that inner peace. They wanted you to not have no inner peace. Just forming part of the principles, enduring truth that forms the foundation of many spiritual paths. It's providing a framework for ethical living in personal growth and understanding the divine, the most high within. You had to understand the divine, the most high within. When people put you through heartache, hurt and pain, that was perseverance. When you had to run through that rain, you see, when people's telling lies. Life choices you live, what you choose. I'm going to try my hardest to love you. Last night, I met an angel with an attitude. You can't fix my heart, but you ain't none of that, girl. Your friends lie, so your friends was lying. Your friends, family set you up, chatted shit. Now they need to get banged, spiritual banged. I made assumptions to feel. So now they made those assumptions to feel because they was idolizing you, watching you, blocking you, because they to like you. They didn't have that shared skill the way you had that skill. They wanted to dominate over you, or because it was intense, passionate. They wasn't using their intuitions. You were strong-willed. They was insecure, and those insecurities unalive them. I'm going to sit and wait for you. Please don't do. So they was thinking that you was going to sit and wait for them. Please don't do. You kept on moving forward. You was creative. You was passionate within yourself. 3, listen to that spirit, that omnipresence. Family members and friends chatted shit. Gemini energy. You had to listen because you had to be creative. You went and rebirthed. They could have been having a birth. Take time. Take a deep breath. So you may need to take time, take a deep breath. They may come chat shit about these family members and friends. Gemini energy, who they was working alongside, put you in a third party situation. Your inner standing. We've been friends for a long time. I like that. I'm not socially constructed to be like you. So you're not socially constructed to be like those family members and friends, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally blocked. Cause stress and unstable within their mind. Who's predictable, who's lies, who cheats, who dismantles other people's thoughts and feelings. Only uproot those without roots. So the Most High digs at those, removes those people who's not for your highest good. Those who try to put you in deep waters, cause you stress, instability, put you as a victim. It enabled you because you're seeing you had to step back and be that character. You was the main character. Release. It would happen for you, to you, for a reason. Why? Because they was idolizing you. You was doing something good. They was spiritually blocked. You was moving forward. You had to let go. You put them in the hangman position. You was growing and they was rebelling because they seen these illusions. I slept with my cause, man. So they slept with you because it's man. You're the light of the source energy. Spell is broken. So that spell, what they tried to do, that spell work, are broken because you connected. You've seen the illusions, confusions. You listened to that spirit. You was that fulfillment. You went into hermit. You had to ask why, where, what, when. While we was working with those family members and friends. Why did they chat shit? Because it was a Jezebel, because there was energy harvesting off you, because they didn't have them skills, or because of what you was securing and what you was possessing. You was moving forward, being creative, just taking that leap of faith, knowing that you could run off over, listening to your intuitions. You had the creative compassion. You encompassed emotions. They was still blocked. They was bitter bitches. You was better. Messy energy. That's what they had. See when I'm speaking. You choose not to care. So you choose not to care about their messy energy. You move from them. Their spells, what they did, it's broken because you didn't care about it because it couldn't stay to you. They wish they did better. Pussy power in play. So they was using pum power. I only slept with him one time. I got pregnant. So they got pregnant. Slept with him one time. Got pregnant. I wish I could tell you all I need at this time. So they could have got pregnant. Now they wish they could tell you all they need at this time. Now they don't want to say no more ex. They don't want no more ex with them inheritance because they didn't inherit those skills the way you did to connect to your heart. They was emotionally and mentally blocked. earn for the money, what they was earning, that creative skill, the way how you was creative. You had to protect yourself. They were selfish, trying to cling on because of the past inherit wisdom for the future. They didn't have that spiritual wisdom the way how you did, connect to the divine, understand that routine check. Because you can see you got your ambitions. They was jealous of you because you was balanced. So you're seeing that symbols, what was connected to divine, mind, body, heart, soul. You seeing that stability, practical, nurturing yourself, speaking truth. Fuck a family, fuck a fucking friend, fuck your fucking all, because you ain't doing shit for fucking nobody apart from your fucking self. Remember that shit. Chat shit, and the Most High will bang you, because you just know and you just have to feel. Because when you're connecting to oneself, you see they was unstable, right? Because they didn't have no balance. Find the balance between that giving and taking, that yin, that yang, that black, that white, that push, that pull. All of a sudden you want to be pulling and you think this one ain't going to push you right, blood clot back. That tide will push you fucking right back. So you see the tide be pushing them back. Now they want some push and pull effect, because you see they didn't inherit those skills the way how you did. Karmic relationship. You released it. Now they're in that resentment. It triggers, you see, passion, the message. Now see those illusions, because you see those symbols. You connected to the divine. When they was sleeping and they were trying to project towards you, you seeing the twin flames. You was connected to the divine. You seen that was balancing, trusting oneself, moving forward. It was that pivotal moment. Let it go, let it pass. You see, those divine feminines and masculines, they was like a bitch made. They weren't still in that masculine energy. You could have released that masculine, because they was cold, detached, and now they could see people was trying to control them. That's why they detached when they was moving away and you was moving, and you had to let go, cut these ties. All of a sudden they want an integrated reunion, because they're transforming now, changing, releasing. Because I was trying to run for this inheritance, and I could see I didn't have that understanding, that power, karma from the actions taken, positive, negative effects from the word used or action or a lack. It was taken through their own intentions, designed to reflect perfectly to their spirit energy, to be able to evoke their sense of being alive. It felt when you was wicked, bad mind, or because you weren't connected, you was miserable, or because you had the insecurities, or because you didn't fucking refine and restore oneself, because you was a bitter bitch from a young age. You didn't connect to the message. You didn't have that armor. You didn't unable to stand with that mic and speak that truth, or because you were spiritually, mentally, and emotionally blocked, because you're insecure, bitter bitches. So you be seeing that's that life. It's felt, it was within inside of you. It's that mind to be able to experience through choices made when you're not making positive ones, because you're unstable and you're using your pum as power. You wasn't reliable to be able to stay steadfast and be true, because you'll be out here acting like one fucking clown out here, like you're fucking Mickey McDonald. You can see this has been their catalyst for learning, to be able to gain spiritual growth, going like you're fucking a teacher or a fucking right doer or a carer provider, and you're a little dirty little Jezebel spiritual bitch, spiritually blocked bitch. Astro projection in dreams, which music, words, so they can see, you can see that block you, you're just getting blocked. How can I make the most of what I've been given? Speak truth, speak life, prosperity in this bleak life. These people were spiritually blocked. Remember, they didn't know better, so they couldn't do better. They didn't have that information. You was just indigenous, baby. You had that indigenous knowledge from back, way back in the time. You connected. We, indigenous, baby. They be asking why. You be feeding people informations. Hi, we come. Yeah, you're welcome. Don't worry. It's spiritual knowledge. It's wisdom. You're a guru out here. A practitioner. You're polite. You're practical. You got that spiritual knowledge. Even when people trying to be ex you see it goes right back to them. Him, come. So they could be coming. We come. You come, and we all come together. We've all come in a pack. We've got these skills. We've all got knowledge. But how are you going to use it? Don't be Xing people because you're vexed with people, because it goes right back towards you. Just remember, when you're picking and picking, you pick shit too. And then poking those holes, it's going to come right back to you. So know what you're doing when you be doing what you be doing. Now they want to come back home. Visit. They may want to come and visit you. Here's ready to come home. My people. Wake up. Through lack of knowledge, if you had that knowledge and that understanding to be able to overstand your own bullshit, you'll do better to be able to be better. MGUHIPHYCWKIXEO. Oh, mile. Take it all as it resonates, because you need to get that mile high victory. Welcome. Thank you. Take it all as it resonates. See the rest for the best. Nobody stress.